guys, welcome back to the channel. As the Redman FPL guys. My name is Ola. I just want to quickly run through this video. I'll try not to deviate or talk about things that might not really be related to how I've planned this video to go. So firstly, we'll look at my team. We are halfway through the double game week 33, so we're gonna look at my team, how we're faring at this point in the season. And then obviously I've got 14 players that play in this double game week, so I have to activate the free hits chip. So guys, if you look at my team here, literally only Bruno Fernandes will be playing next game week. So guys, action needs to be taken, and yeah, we need to make some moves. And I just want to quickly apologize to the managers that were probably hanging on and waiting for me to come up with my wildcard team. Obviously I posted that video, but rather unfortunate that the upload didn't go well, because I discovered after a while that the sound during the uploading of the video, the sound didn't really come out, so I had to re-edit, and by the time I would have to re-edit, it was already gone past the deadline window, so I just have to call it a day. But anyway guys, this is the team. We are sitting on 75 points, and I'm hoping to finish the game week on maybe 150 points. So 75 points at this moment. I went for Dalo in goal, so indeed I went for double Leeds defense. I went for Dalo in goal. The other Leeds player is on the bench, guys. Don't forget, it's a bench boosting this game week. So yeah, I went for double Leeds defense. I got Van Hecke in the team, kept O'Reilly. I kept the Fate up. I believed he was gonna be fine because he wasn't that serious of an injury. So yeah, a lot of people probably took him out, but I'm glad I held on to him. The only other player I would have maybe liked not to keep him at team, probably two of them would have been Cucurella and maybe Semenyo. I pretty much knew Semenyo wouldn't make an impact for the next coming game week, because he's not playing from the right wing flank, which I think doesn't suit his game. He should be playing maybe in the number 10, the role where Czech is playing right now. I think that suits Semenyo more, if he's gonna keep returning as an FPL asset for our teams. So yeah, Semenyo is definitely missing out, so I wish that was Czechia and not Semenyo. Anyways guys, finally a captaincy return from Erling Haaland. He has been on a run of blanks for a while now, but yeah, I'm glad he's finally got that goal scoring back. So yeah, let's look at this guy has blanked 1 2 3 4 game weeks straight. Finally he returns in what seemed to be like the hardest fixture, which is the game against Arsenal. But then guys, I think it's gonna be a change of story from now moving forward for Haaland. He's gonna keep banging the points, and yeah, of course, keep returning. So guys, for the rest of the video, if you're gonna keep watching, and I hope you do, and kindly hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is where you get all those little bits of information that you don't know you really need to work your FPL team. And guys, don't forget, I've got a TikTok page as well, where I'm really regularly doing live streams with the viewers. So I think that will be very helpful for a lot of you managers that want to reach me. I will get closer to my page and my accounts. So yeah, we'll talk about what players you can target. I mean, now to end the season, because guys, it's barely 5-6 game weeks to end the season. There's really no reason for any manager to be keeping or holding on to their chips. This is the time you should start playing them. I understand some people decided to go against playing a wild card early, maybe because they had a decent team for the doubles, or they just prefer not to lose the team they had in game week 32. But I wildcarded in game week 32, not minding how the result was going to be. Thankfully, O'Reilly delivered a goal there. Otherwise, it was a terrible game week for us that played the wildcard in game week 32. So yeah, otherwise, if I had kept my previous team, it was the perfect team for the game week. I had players like Gordon, I had Bowen. I think he delivered as well. So I think I had players that would have done really good in that game week, but I had to sell them, because guys, the priority is the double game week. And so far so good, it's no regrets. 75 points halfway through the double game week. I'm targeting 150 points like I mentioned earlier on the start of the live stream. So well, in the attack, Cavallo finds his scoring boots. I'm glad about that. Welbeck a little bit disappointing, but I'm very pleased with my Brighton and Leeds assets so far. They are the ones that have really done the job. I mean, if the Brighton and Leeds assets didn't really return, I think this was already a horrible wild card for a lot of us. And yeah guys, so I'll just take you straight away to a draft team I've put together, which is gonna be a free hit game week 34 team. I think it's very important managers that have loaded up on their team to pay attention to this particular segment in the video, because we're not just going to look at reasons or why you should have certain players in your team. I'm using a free version, not paid version of the FPL.team, and yeah guys, you forgive me for that, but I stopped subscribing a while ago. I'm not having the best of seasons, so I just decided not to invest too much into that. But anyways, yeah guys, I put up a team of Raya, there we go, and that just popped up. So yeah, I put a team of Raya, Diouf of Everton. Absolutely, Diouf could be Haven of Man United. I think Man U do have a chance to have a good game against Brentford, but I'm not expecting a clean sheet anyways. So Diouf could be Haven. I've got Gabriel in there, Nico Williams sitting there, double Arsenal of course. Timber could actually cover that space for triple Arsenal defense. Actually, Timber could actually cover that gap for what's his name, Kai Havertz. Or better still, I could just have a Van der Ven there. Or rather, yeah, Van der Ven, because I fancy the Spurs game. So I have Van der Ven down there, Archie Gray sitting there, Javi Simons as the 3 Spurs players. I realized that was actually 4 Arsenal players. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it at the bare minimum. Double Arsenal defense, Gabriel Raya, perfect. Diouf could be heaven of Man United. I do back Nico Williams to do well, and yeah, I like Forest players in particular, especially Gibbs White. I think he's gonna have a good run of games until the season ends. Who else? Bruno should be fine. He's actually gonna be my game week captain. I fancy that game against Brentford. I think it will be high scoring, so Bruno, Thiago should do the job. Both of them should deliver on that game. Xavi, reason is here, Spurs are fighting to stay in the league. I'm hoping it does return points, but maybe an assist, not necessarily a goal. At least get something on the board. Mo Salah, guys, I feel this is my only opportunity to squeeze in the Egyptian king before he stops being a Liverpool player. Because looking at my main team, if I want to move forward with this team, I'll probably not be able to squeeze in Salah. There's no more chips to use to do that, and maybe of course I've got 2 transfers, which is decent to know, but do I want to like make 2-3 moves just to bring Salah into my main team? I don't think it's worth it, especially with Arne Slot rotating the man's minutes as well. So yeah, I think this is my, like, back to what I said, is my only opportunity to have Mo Salah in my team before this season ends. And yeah, on the bench I've got Virgil van Dijk. A lot of people might want me to back him up, but I don't know. I'm not going that way. I think Palace score Liverpool, and if there's anything to go by history lately, they've always run over my team lately. So we're going forward, but you could absolutely start Van der Ven, maybe over Diouf, over Nico Williams. I think I would actually start Van der Ven over Diouf. I'm not really putting too much thoughts into this. I'm just happy to show you guys teams you should actually target, not necessarily the players, but the teams you should target. So Everton is decent for this game week. I would personally talk about Bowen, maybe Diouf if you fancy him to do something in that game. But Everton have got very solid defense. I'm not expecting magic to happen there, so perhaps Van der Ven. Also not really positive about a clean sheet from Spurs, but yeah, let's see what happens. They're playing Wolverhampton, pretty much a weak team in the league. On the bench is Martinez. It's up to you. Do you want to back up Martinez playing Fulham away, or you want to stick with Raya? I'll say decide that move yourself, managers. And yeah, that would be it with my free hit team. I mean, for a manager like myself that's got 14 out of my 15 players not playing in game week 34, it's a very important game week for me. So guys, this is exactly what my team might and should look like on the blank game week. So guys, now moving to the next segment in the video, I'm hoping my team does well for the remainder of the week. I mentioned already the target is to finish on 150 points. How that's gonna happen, I don't know. Maybe Haaland gets 3 goals, a hat-trick thereabout, since he's my game week captain, and yeah, we could be smiling. So guys, back to what players you could target. I think to end the season right after playing your free hit chip in 34, I think the best thing for managers to do bring in players that do not blank, and players that probably have a chance of a double game week in 30. The next double game week is projected to be 36, but we shall see. So with more info out there, we'll look to bring in these 36 double game week players. But for now guys, I'm just gonna tell you what players I think we should squeeze into our team. So guys, starting with the strikers, I think we all need to invest in this man. He's a player you should have in your team until the season closes. I think Oli Watkins is absolutely cooking right now, and he would cook till the season ends. Fixture run is not the worst, maybe minus the last 2 games, but I still do back them to do well in those last 2 games, including the Liverpool Manchester City game. I do back him to deliver until that time. I mean, this guy in the last 5 game weeks, both in Europe and England, has got like 5-6 goals, assists as well in there. So yeah, he's decent. And another player I think we should squeeze into our team until the season ends is Kai Havertz. I think he's gonna have a smashing run of games for the next 5 game weeks. I'll personally be looking his way after the blank game week 34 to bring him into my team. So probably he comes in for, maybe I like Cavaloin's fixture until the end of the season, so maybe he comes in for a Welbeck, team budgets allowing, then I'll be happy to squeeze him in there. So what other players? So yeah, I like Kai Havertz. And on this draft team, if I was going to talk about another player, I'll probably be squeezing in GW34 in there, the Nottingham Forest player. I do fancy him. I fancy him to do a great job this double game week. So GW34 could be there. Who else do I like? I like Haven on the bench somewhere there. I like Archie Gray. I like Xavi Simons, and of course Van der Ven. So guys, these are a few midfield and striker options I think we all should have in mind this season, when if you want to close the season nicely with players that would keep returning and banging points. Of course, I'll mention Gibbs White up there. I mentioned GW34, so obviously the leader of that Forest team is Gibbs White, so you want to have him in your team. And for defenses to target, or defenders to target, I would say we shouldn't look outside of the Arsenal and Everton defense. If you like to mix it up with a few other teams, then perfect. But right now, I think Arsenal and Everton defense are the most solid defenses to back until the close of the season. For those people that are probably wondering why I'm going with Everton defense, let's see. They really, I wouldn't say they got the best of fixtures, but let me just pick up an Everton player right now, say Beto. So they've got West Ham, they've got Man City, they've got Palace, Sunderland, and Tottenham. So I minus the Man City game. Literally the last 4 games of the season look like games that Everton could keep a clean sheet. Like, it could be non-scoring games, it could be games they just win 1-0. So yeah, I'm backing Everton defense and the Arsenal defense. So guys, that'll be it for players to target and teams you should absolutely target. I've given a few striker and midfielder options, and then just a quick one for those still wondering. I'm having a rough season. It's been my most challenging FPL season so far. I think the DEFCON needs to go. So well, team value is still around 100. What's that gonna be now? It's 100.8 million thereabouts, or 101.8 million. So yeah, team value is not bad. I've done 36 transfers all season. My overall rank is 2.3 million. I mean, I've been trying to save my season from like 4 million thereabout up to where he is right now. So I will say something real quick for those people wondering, guys. All season I haven't owned Semenyo, and I've not been playing the DEFCON monsters like Anderson. Neither have I been going for double Arsenal like a lot of people have been doing, or squeezing in Defcon monsters. Basically, I think the Defcon has to go. It's really ruined our season, my season in particular. And then players like Semenyo that refused to stop scoring. I mean, when the season started, this guy was banging in goals literally every other game week. So, and I never owned him until I think game week 32 when I played the wild card. So guys, you can imagine how much damage this fella has done to my team. Well guys, I'm looking forward to next season already. This season is still going good. Massive green arrow in the last couple of weeks. Right now 2-point-something million is still okay for someone that's been around, you know, further back. FPL, you need to start early. If you don't start early, start gaining good ground, you will just keep struggling or having a rough season, because it's quite difficult to get into that top 1 million if you're not there early from the start. I mean, I've had great game weeks, but just haven't been able to cover that gap, thanks to Semenyo anyway. So guys, beautiful bench boost game week so far. I've mentioned my plans, and if you want to see more, you want to be able to strategize your season, the rest of your season, have decent game weeks, dominate your mini league, guys, make sure you're subscribed here. Better still, hit the link in my bio, follow on my TikTok page. I'm typically active there, guys, and see you all next time for the next video. Good luck for the game week. Take care.